Party!
Hey, welcome to the Potty.
I'm so excited because Urzila Carlson came in today and I just love her. She makes everything better.
Oh, yeah.
She does make everything better, and I'll tell you what, it makes everything better. When I open the papers each day and I see one of you guys in the social pages,
You're going
Swanee.
to do it again.
Today you're in the social pages
Sam.
for your performance on Masked Singer.
Oh, I thought it was going to be you. A drive-by to you, Sammy.
No, but he got you, Swanee.
See what I
Got
did
me.
there?
I saw.
Max Gorn was in, Mr.
Yep.
Chrissy, big show.
Jamie Durie from The Masked Singer. We're caught up with him.
Plenty
Big
more.
show.
Hey, enjoy the podcast.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Rob. Welcome to your Monday.
Get in here, Christine. You
we
just
are.
swanned on in very late.
I
But
did.
not late, but just right in time for the microphone opening. How are you, Swanee, after a big performance last night?
I'm good.
With
I've
the
got-
great Jamie Durie.
Great
Did you
Jamie Durie. I've got my jumper with tigers all over it in honour.
He was a tiger boy, was
It
he?
was Tiger Boy.
Was any sexual objectification?
Listen to this.
No stranger to you and me.
Wait for it.
Yes. I believe.
He can sing all right.
He can sing
That's
really
right.
well. On the fake drums was the winning costume from last year, Anastasia.
Oh,
But there was just a drummer inside it. Because, recycle, reuse.
fun.
It wasn't the gorilla from that ad, was it?
It wasn't. It wasn't. And
really?
we weren't even allowed to really mention that because Cadbury
Really?
owned that. Yeah.
They had the
Really?
rights to that.
Yeah,
That was a
there
great
was
ad,
something.
wasn't it?
There was something weird there with the colour purple and all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
But yes, Jamie Durie was under the tiger mask, and he's going to be on the show. And I want to talk to him about something that happened after the show.
He got his gear off first.
He and I in public
Yeah.
Wow.
being very
Mud
cordial,
wrestling.
being very cordial to each other, so as not to put people onto the scent.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Remember when he was a stripper? That was fun.
Yeah, he's so unbelievably successful. You can't believe what he's achieved.
He's mates with Oprah.
Yeah.
Ever heard of Oprah?
Vaguely.
Who's got a better rig?
Oh, good question,
What?
John.
Larry Emder
I thought you were going to say...
or Jamie Durie?
Jury, mate,
I
come
thought
on.
the competition was between Oprah and Jamie Durie.
Tie.
No, Jamie Durie's got a better rig.
Has he?
Mm.
Well, Larry won't be happy when he hears that.
Well, only just.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Ready to make up for missed holidays with whatif.com?
Gotta love an Aussie winter getaway. But bring on spring.
Jump on the What If app to book hotels, holiday rentals, flights and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Chrissy, Sam and Browning on Nova 100, and you call us right now, 13 24 10, if you're a sad sack about the footy.
Absolutely. I want tears. I want to hear about your tears. If you're a Carlton supporter, there was tears at my place where Olivia Brown,
Yeah.
she had this old woolen Carlton jumper on with number 2 on the back, the iconic number 2, of course, of Diesel Williams. She was crying. When this happened, with about a minute to go, Cozzy Pickett broke the hearts of all the Carlton fans.
Now a chance for Hunt. It's a long ball towards Brown. Off hands. Melksham been terrific all night. Pickett kicks. Is it a point or a goal? It's a goal.
It's a brutal game.
It's a brutal game. And they were home.
And with that out, that was it. They're out.
Gone. Now they've got they absolutely have to win on Sunday against Collingwood. But, Swanee, if they had won there, Carlton's in the finals for the first time since 2013. They were home. It was cue in the rack stuff. The Carlton supporters were dancing in the aisles.
Time to talk about situational awareness, John.
Situational awareness, exactly.
In what way?
That's a good term.
They're up with 2 minutes to go. They could have iced the game. Situational awareness is when you got to be aware of what's going on, Swanee. They could have just chipped it around and won the damn game. But no.
Just give us
They'll be living with regret today.
just a little bit of chipping around. Waste time off the clock,
Yes,
Swanee.
why didn't they?
What were they thinking? It was absolutely. It turned up. They were very civil early on before the game. Carlton supporters were there. The Melbourne supporters were pretty quiet. And then the game really fired up. And then they were up and about. They were doing this
And then whang.
in the crowd. And then they were crying.
The
They
old
were
counting
crying
their
in the
chickens
aisles.
before they're hatched. I mean, it's a story as old as time.
I had so many text messages from my daughter, Olivia. I had about 30 text messages in 10 seconds. Teenage girls are really
Yeah.
quick on the text. It's unbelievable. Like machine gunning. She just could not stop. She was up and about, how good's this, how good's this, how good's this, and then
How
crying
bad's this?
emojis.
Oh, mate.
Here we got Sherry.
Well, Sherry, should we speak to
Let's
Sherry?
get Sherry on the phone.
I just want to play you Max Gorn as well. But Sherry, you're a Carlton fan. How the hell are you this morning?
No, I'm not good. First of all, I was supposed to go to Best on Ground on Saturday night, and with the other party guys who went,
And what happened?
got too pissed, and my legs turned into Bambi and a giraffe.
What? Wait.
Oh, listen. I don't know what happened. Like, I think it just started off bad. Like, as soon as I got to Crown, I asked the security guard, "Where's the pub?" He pointed up. He's like, "The sign's right there." I'm like, "Oh gosh, we're not starting off well." And we just started slamming beers. I was wearing new silver shoes. I thought they would bring Carlson luck.
Sorry, you rocked up to Best on Ground and they didn't let you in because you
They didn't let me in. My legs were buckling under me. I was literally like, I don't know, a newborn giraffe or Bambi or something. I was like, what is happening?
Sherry,
That is horrible.
I love this, Sherry. I love this, Sherry, to lift the curtain. I did get word in the green room. I was preparing. I was there with Rui and Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
And Kath. Woof. And Howie. Woof. We're watching the game. And I got wind through that a good friend of mine has arrived in the audience and she's a little bit too pissed to let her in. And I said, tell Mum to go home.
Oh, my goodness. How embarrassing. I honestly don't know what's happened.
I'll tell you got too pissed.
That's all right. Sherry, you're excited.
No, but they just kept collapsing. It was like, anytime I tried to take a step,
Sherry, how did you get home?
I took an Uber home.
Oh, nice.
Do you remember anything from that evening? Did you wake up on Sunday morning going, where am I? What am I
No,
wearing?
you know what's funny is I was fine when I got home. I was back on the party WhatsApp group. I was totally fine.
Unbelievable.
Literally, my legs just gave out under me, and it was just...
Yep, yeah, we
I'm
get
like,
it. It
you know
happens.
We're gonna
This is bad.
Gonna get you back next week, Sherry. What do you think about Carlton losing then?
Well, what do you think I thought?
Good question, John. Da-da-da-da. They could have
Come
won.
on,
They could have won, but they did not.
They did not. So Sunday will be an unbelievable game. I think it's going to be the biggest game Melbourne's seen. Home and away game for about 20 years, Swanee.
Can't wait.
90,000 they're expecting at the MCG in a must-win game because the Hawks have put the cue in the rack. The Bulldogs are going to absolutely beat them on Sunday afternoon before that game. So it is a must-win for the Carlton fans. Sucked in.
Whoa, after D's won, Maxie was on the microphone, and I love how bogan he sounds here. Delightfully bogan.
Maxie Gorn, unbelievable scenes down here. It was a tough game of footy, there's no doubt about that, but when you were challenged, you really rose to the occasion.
How long left was it when he kicked it?
15 seconds.
That's pretty clutch, eh?
That's pretty clutch, eh?
That's pretty clutch, eh?
I think that's a T-shirt slogan, that one, Maxie.
Pretty clutch.
This
Melbourne,
is the
good morning. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on
podcast.
Nova 100 if you're booking a holiday. What if? And it's Aussie for travel.
I'm not a vengeful person. If somebody does me wrong, I feel no desire to get back at them. But I think that there's two types of people. One who automatically goes, you've hurt me. What can I do to get back at you? And then people like me that go, you've hurt me. See you
Get on
later. Yeah, and I'll never speak to you again. I reckon you're probably in the latter.
So you're cutting
Zito.
them off?
Yeah,
after?
I just go, oh, yeah, done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't plot and think of ways to get
Nah.
back to them.
Life's too short, Swanee.
Jenny's not like that. Jenny and Steve have broken up. Local couple, Australian couple. And she's opted, instead of just going, oh, let's just
Let's
do this
move on.
amicably. Yeah.
Moving that stuff out.
She's taken out a full page ad that says,
Yeah?
that says, dear, in the newspaper, dear Steve.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy with her. Now the whole town will know what a filthy cheater you are. From Jenny.
Really?
And
Jeez,
here's
that's big.
It's big.
That's the whole page of a full newspaper in block letters.
The
It says that.
whole page.
That's great. I didn't know you could do that, John.
Jeez, imagine Stevie getting that home delivered, just walking out the next morning just to grab the roll, the paper out in the front. Just sitting on the driveway and just going home and just opening that up, Swanee.
Or just taking it into the shitter like most men do.
Yeah.
And then seeing that.
Oh, jeez.
So she's called up the newspaper and spoke to a sales rep and
Yes.
said, I'd like to have these words.
Yeah.
That would have cost a lot, right?
Well, that's what I think too. I asked Brodie to find out what it costs. He said $500. I reckon it's more than that.
Yeah, $500 well spent.
$500. So, look, even that much is a lot, but I reckon it's more than that.
Can you do that?
You
I can't
can.
believe they've allowed that to
John,
happen.
let's do it, man. In the Herald.
That's fun.
What would we put?
I'm not sure you'd be allowed to in the Herald.
What, too highbrow?
Well, yeah, I'm
Well,
not sure.
they'll
A
take
big
your money.
metropolitan newspaper.
They'll take your money. Why not?
All right, let's have a think and let's
Got
buy
enough
one.
Harvey Norman ads.
Very expensive in the Herald Sun, though.
Just get rid of one of Harvey's ads.
And the kicker here, well, there's two more parts to the story.
Whoa.
Then an Adelaide church has posted, you know how they go, you know, they've got their own little
When it's
advertising
coming up.
slogans. This one says, "Dear Jenny, I'm sorry. From all the Steves." Just a public service announcement. The other thing in the ad, it says, "Dear Steve, I hope you're happy with her. Now the whole town will know what a filthy cheater you are. From Jenny." Underneath, "P.S. I bought this ad using your credit card."
Boom!
So Steve has paid for this, and this is something that I think women specifically do. Because I got a message over the week. I've got a nice little Instagram community. I know what's going on in their lives, and one woman has left her. Her husband has left her, and she's Les Mis about it. She's allowed to be, but she did say, "I do feel a little bit better because I've just booked a relaxation retreat, very expensive, on his credit card." So I think that this is something that women do. They go, "Oh, you've done that? How about this?" And then you feel like, I'm sure the man is like, "Well, what can I
But
do?"
relaxation retreat's okay. Compared to an ad, a full-page ad in the newspaper.
Full-page
Swanee.
ad, yeah, because nobody at the retreat's going to know what a filthy cheater Steve is, are they?
Steve, you dog.
There you go, you dog.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Flute, 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 flute.
Flute.
Yes.
Tell you who was missing at the flute last night?
Oh, yeah?
This guy.
The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still
No flute. Here we go. But drums. Oh, we were so sad to farewell the tiger, but so excited to see what lay underneath that mask. The magnificent visage of the great Jamie Durie. Welcome.
Chrissy, you had me from day one, didn't you,
I
girl?
so did, didn't I?
How did you do that?
How did you feel when I said it? Because it's almost like a giant game of hide and seek. You're up there, in plain sight, but nobody can see you. And then you've got me sniffing around on the first night going, I reckon that's Jamie Durie. What does that feel like when someone guesses that it's you?
Well, I thought, oh no, all these people have worked so hard to keep it a secret. Not just me, but everyone around us, the whole production team, everyone, and you blew it on the first night.
I want to hear the actual guess. Let's have a listen.
I guessed Jamie Durie last time.
Yeah. Good one. That was a great one.
And I'm going to stick with it for these reasons. There was the word manly in there, and obviously you are very manly for a feline, but Jamie Durie was born in Manly.
Yeah.
In Sydney.
See that?
that is good.
That's
Good.
I'm going to lock in Jamie Durie.
Whoa!
Yes, Jamie.
Oh, I honestly, I felt so deflated, but to be honest, it's not such a big deal because you just keep singing on, right?
Yeah.
And and I couldn't believe how far I made it in the show. I was blown away.
Well, there's
How early did you punch in, Swanee? Like it must have been off-putting for Jamie. He's a performer. He's out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
How early in the song did you crack in with the guess? Like, did you let him actually sing first, or were you screaming, Durie?
No, I let you sing first, but the very first time he sang, I went, I reckon this is Jamie Durie.
Oh.
He never got away with it, not for a second with me.
Jamie.
No, and you stuck to your guns.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Thank you.
That you were unwavering with your decision, and the rest of everyone else was they were all over the place. They were talking about some dude in England. I'm like, what? What are
Paul
you
Gascoigne.
thinking?
Yeah, Gazza.
He's a former alcoholic footballer.
Ah, that's nice.
Right, and so I didn't know what was going on, but anyway,
Jamie.
I was really pleased to get that far, and it was so fun to be on the show. I was very privileged. And I just want to say to everyone out there, thank you so much for your support, because I had a ball.
You were so good. Can I tell you, you have not lost one skerrick of that performance, Gene.
Jamie Durie,
is this unbelievable?
Is this the first time people have screamed "Take it off" at you?
Probably not. But back in those days, it was a whole different take it off. It wasn't just my helmet.
Hey, Jamie, I want to talk about something that we
see
haven't...
his helmet, though.
Oh, well, I want to talk about something that we haven't been able to discuss. What about when we ran into each other at the airport, post-Masked Singer?
I know.
It was so funny.
No.
Yeah. So I was flying back to Melbourne very quickly from Sydney to host Have You Been Paying Attention? And the whole flight was just about to take off, completely full, and there were two stragglers, and it was me and you, Jamie.
I know. And I walked on and just went, what is going on? What just happened?
And I had to be like, hello, James. Very good to see you. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
I know. You were quite shocked. And I'm like, what? Well, why the frosty response? I mean, come on, babe. We're mates.
It was a bit of a giveaway when you were yelling in the airport, take it off! Take it off!
Hey, Jamie Durie. Hey, can you tell us about Oprah, man? Have you been to Oprah's house, man?
I have, yeah. It was pretty amazing. She is an amazing woman, very elegant. Her and I walked through the garden a few times with her little dog, and she's got 18 acres of beautiful manicured landscape and a lot of Aussie natives in her backyard, actually.
Is she?
In Montecito, California. So it was a great time in my life, and I don't regret a day of it. It was awesome.
Yeah, good. Now, as the king of backyard blitz, Jamie, on gardens itself, is it too early for me to fertilise the fruit trees right now? August the 15th.
Yeah, look, I'd hold off a little bit, although our seasons are warming up relatively early these days with climate change. So, you know, you probably would prune and fertilise a little earlier than when you normally would, and that's an unfortunate thing. But you know, the seasons are still there, and you're lucky in Victoria because you do get beautiful seasons. Whereas, you know, up in Queensland and so forth, they don't get those big dramatic changes with deciduous trees. But strangely enough, I am back in the garden space on a new show coming out soon. So watch that space.
Oh, can you tell us anything else, Jamie?
Well, I can tell you that it's all about sustainability and building eco homes and architecture and a whole range of amazing eco tech that people probably wouldn't have thought of for their own home. But it's about how to play this game independently, how to unplug from the grid and take the power of powering your own home back in the power of your hands.
Jamie, you are an extraordinary person. Is there anything you cannot do?
He didn't just tell us he's on Big Brother next year.
I think he did, yeah.
It was such a thrill. It was so beautiful to see your face unmasked on Masked Singer. Thank you so much for doing the show.
Oh, look, it was such a pleasure. And when I saw your face, it was like an old friend. I'm like, oh, you just made me feel so comfortable. And it was just, it was an awesome experience, actually. And even though you did guess me from day one, I felt that connection, Chrissy.
Absolutely.
I did.
100%.
It was beautiful. It was like coming home.
Thank you.
It was like somebody gets me.
I'm wearing a tiger jumper in your honour today, Jamie.
See you, Durie.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Saturday morning was unbelievable, Swanee. It was beautiful weather Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely magnificent. I thought of the kids. Kids, we're going to shoot up to the footy to watch the Baldwin Footy Club, my local team. Take
Tigers, the Baldwin Tigers.
Baldwin Tigers. Take on Vermont. And we went up there and I watched it. But Jesus, it turned ugly. Saturday afternoon, Swanee, it turned real ugly to the point where the big black clouds were coming. It was like the apocalypse happening. And then the lightning started to the point where the organisers were starting to go around, filter around the oval, that this may be called off because the lightning strikes out in the distance.
Can I tell you, I missed the whole thing because I went to Elvis, the movie.
Right.
Really?
So I was
you're
away
indoors?
I was away for 3 hours from 2 p.m., which is about when it happened, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
By the time we got out, it was lovely.
Well, it was the game didn't get called off, fortunately enough, because last week the game got called off because a young fella smashed his head on the ground after getting pushed over the fence in the game, so the game had to be called off. This week, game wasn't called off because of lightning, but it was down at Geelong between St Joseph's and Lara. When the lightning struck, there's a massive tree just right beside the oval, and the lightning strike has crashed into the tree. Whoa! And the top half of the tree has come down and collapsed just outside the fence, and the game had to be called off.
Terrifying.
Saturday, so it was a big afternoon of local football.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
As promised, Melbourne, Chrissy Swan, Jonathan Brown, and Sam Pang.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Good morning, my love.
Nice. City of Angels.
Tell you what, is it? It's a good idea
You
for you
linked
to
in
have.
with that.
Can I tell you, it's a good idea for you to have Fridays off because absence really does make the heart grow fonder.
I think it's a good.
And every Monday, I'm so excited to see you.
Good idea for everyone, by the way. No one's unhappy with that result.
No.
You don't care, John.
Could not give a rat's ass.
Jesus,
I love it.
It's a bit grumpy today.
Dave O'Neill's great.
Yeah, and
He was talking about something
I
last
miss
week.
you. I'm
Can't remember.
so happy to see you.
Yeah,
on
well,
Friday.
I sparked joy. What are you going to do?
You sparked joy.
If you're Murray Kondo and me, and you pick me up, you'd keep me.
Absolutely, he stays.
Then you'd fold me in a weird way and put me in a drawer.
I've got Marie Kondo, mate. You wouldn't want to be at our place at the moment.
Really?
Mate, Marie Kondo Brown, she's on fire.
Just
throwing everything out.
Well,
great.
because
What a great feeling.
I'm assuming everyone knows what it is, but like your wife has to pick up a piece of clothing, and if it sparks joy, you keep it, and if you don't, it's out.
That's
You
right.
know they don't.
Mate,
She won't get her hands on you, by the way. You might
2001 Premiership Guernsey out.
Whoa!
The other day, I'm going, hang on.
Wait,
Didn't realise the amount of work I did in that jumper.
Oh, you put
2
your money
hours
on
and
the
that's
put
at
out
the Arvo.
Your hard rubbish collection looks like just a whole lot of golf stuff that was waiting to be
Exactly.
put into a car.
And that full-length poster of me that was
Yeah.
in that vitamin shop years ago.
Come on.
Oh, gee,
Yeah, can you not throw that out?
Can I have that? Love it.
Yeah.
I'll
Don't
get your
throw that
price.
out.
I'll get one your Priceline one.
Yeah, I've
I'll
got
get
a Priceline one for you.
Dino,
Yeah, mate, I'm in. Whatever.
from
I got nothing.
Up the guts.
Yeah, my 7 episodes.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
This is what happened over the weekend.
News, sport, drama, and entertainment.
It's the weekend that was with Sam and Bang.
Samuel.
What a weekend it was. I joined Instagram, Christine.
What?
Absolutely.
Well done.
Thank you very much. I'm on the gram.
What was your
and,
first post?
It was it was a bit like Tommy Lee Jones's not Tommy Lee Jones, Tommy Lee's first post.
I'd like to see Tommy
So
Lee
would I.
Jones's.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so
It'll
Tommy
be a
Lee.
bit wrinkled.
Looks like a bobtail.
Tommy Lee's stolen my thunder there, Swanee. Do you know what I mean? I was all ready for my first post to be nude, with the cannon out. But anyway, what are you going to do? He's
Do you reckon Instagram's Australian office would have allowed Sam Pangs, considering they've allowed Tommy Lee?
Yeah, that would-
normally they don't allow it, so it seems like it's a bit of a promotional thing for
he
Instagram.
stayed up for 3 hours. I'm talking about the post, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
didn't look up to me. It was a bit different in the video 25 years ago.
It's so funny the conversations around it because I said to Hollywood Jack, I go, I remember it being bigger. I remember it clearly being bigger and more accomplished. I remember it very clearly beeping a horn. I mean,
Well,
not
there is-
many doodles can beep a horn on a boat. And he said,
Half
I probably
mongrel.
can't repeat what. Yeah,
Half
yeah.
mongrel.
Yeah, so it was probably bigger when I saw it.
It's a bit like
good
it's
reason,
a bit
too.
like when you're driving and you look in the rear vision mirror. The objects may appear bigger than or closer than they appear. But
He did have a naked lady swanning around in front of him 25 years ago, Swannies.
Yes.
That's why it probably looked a little bit different.
Okay.
Oh, what?
when I saw
gotcha.
when I saw it because you can't see Tommy Lee's face in it. You just see all these tats and then. And then the rest of him, and I thought, oh, jeez,
Yes.
I didn't even know Dennis Walter was on Instagram. And then it was cleared up when you find out that it's actually the great Tommy Lee,
yeah.
not Tommy Lee Jones, Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee of Motley Crue.
Yeah. The other thing I found out, Swanee, that was interesting. I was reading the Age, and You know, Matthew Guy, just from politics, a bit closer to home.
Yeah.
Some state politics.
Sure.
The Victorian Liberals desperate to move on from the affair that's going on regarding the donation scandal from his chief of staff, right? I won't get into details other than this. Guy was still developing the story. As 10 days, it seems they're no closer to moving on. Guy was saying the first time that Mitch Caitlin, his chief of staff, he emailed his personal Hotmail account with the draft contracted issue, whatever, The idea that Matthew Guy's still got Matthew Guy's personal account is a Hotmail account. That's already you can't be just swept to power with a Hotmail account. If you've got a Hotmail account, you can't do that.
Man of the people, you would argue. You know, just an everyday man with a Hotmail account.
At least have a Gmail account.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hotmail is dodgy. Not as dodgy as Signal, though, apparently.
Huh?
What's Signal?
Yeah. So Signal is I know, either had I, but I had to set up a Signal account, like the biggest dag in the world, because that's where I get all the social posts for 10, because it's all encrypted and secure. Anyway, so Signal, it's like sort of WhatsApp, the things, you can't track it or whatever. It's secret. Anyway, I said to Hollywood Jack, he goes, what are you doing on Signal? And I said, I had to set it up for 10. And apparently it's
There's a bit of Madison about that.
Yeah, it's
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison.
Yeah, it's specifically for people that, are having affairs
Swanee.
and questionable deliveries.
Jack, is that true?
Yeah, it's an encrypted service and the messages on Signal disappear. You can set them to disappear after a while. So I don't know if people are doing or asking for things on that service and they want their messages to disappear. It's handy.
Jack,
no wonder you were catching up with Jamie Durie at the Sydney airport.
Yes.
I'm going to need 11 accounts in my name by 1 minute past 9.
Jonathan, did you mention Ashley Madison before?
Yes.
Can we? The jingle? Can we?
Of
course.
What is it?
For someone other than my wife. Other than my wife. Ashley Madison's right. Looking for someone other than the wife.
Other than
the wife.
Other than the way.
Ashley Madison's right.
My ringtone, Steve. Give me.
For someone other than my wife.
All together.
Other than the way.
Ashley Madison's right.
That is an anthem.
I love that. It's a
Fresh
great
hit.
answer. I love that it's the other than the wife, not my wife.
I've never heard that.
Whoever they should get that together and do it in a Nova Red Room. Mate.
Babes, come on.
Is that the Music Man?
Ashley Madison.
I think I'm done.
Hey, don't move.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
I love birthday parties. I know a lot of people are like, ugh. Kids' birthday parties I'm talking about. I really love them. We had
Can we get a bit chaotic, though? Can't it?
Not in my experience, but even if they do, I quite like it. I quite like it. I know a lot of parents are like, oh, God, I couldn't think of anything worse, but I like them. And as the kids get older, they're getting more fun. Kit, finally, the Festival of Kit is finished after it's been a 2-week reign since he turned 11. And yesterday, on Saturday, was the final instalment, the birthday party, where, I'm very open. He can have whatever he wanted. He just wanted 2 friends, virtual reality, eat in at Macca's, and then hang out at home.
Swimming
Fantastic.
pool cake at home.
No, actually, there was no cake. There was no
Is that
cake.
the one with the jelly in it for the water?
Yeah.
And those things around the side. What are they around the side? Those chocolate
Sticks. TV
chocolate sticks.
TV
TV
stacks.
Jeez, how nice.
Sticks. I'll make you that. I just saw a little snippet from you, and you want that cake.
No, you've misread me.
You want that cake.
You want that cake.
I don't
You
want that
it.
cake.
You
Don't waste your time. I'm telling you on air. Don't waste your time. That'll be a big miss from you, and I'm not gonna.
How are you going to make the ladder for peeing, Swanee? You're going to make the little swimming pool.
I'll tell you what.
Pretzels.
You bring this. You bring that swimming cake pool in here. I will drown myself in it on air. There's a new secret sound. Oh, what's that? That's Sam drowning himself in a swimming pool cake from Women's Weeklies.
What about the little floaties, Swanee? How are you going to make the little floaties?
Popcorn.
Oh, popcorn. You have the popcorn, your little floaties,
The
mate.
coloured popcorn.
We're getting off track, Christine.
We are getting off track. But what I like about
I'm enjoying it.
birthday parties is you get a chance to have one-on-one time with your kids' friends. And I'm interested in people.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. We went and did virtual reality. It was me and Kit's friends. It was fun. And then we went and ate in at Macca's. And
You did the virtual. You put the goggles on and What was the situation?
No,
you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. But I will next time, I think. I had to get it. It's a boring story, but yeah, anyway. Then we went and ate in at Macca's, and I'll change the names of the kids because, 11's a tricky time, but that might not want me.
Powerful was one of them.
Powerful and heavenly.
Mysterious?
No, I'll call them Pete and Josh, two of Kit's friends. And I said to Pete, you can have whatever you want. Because, at Macca's now you've got to order on a big screen and whatever. You don't. I mean, you can go up, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said you can have whatever you want. And he goes, can we just clarify exactly what do you mean by whatever you want? And I said, you can have anything you want at Macca's, which is still, even after all these years, a great offer. A great offer.
I still remember the day in Warrnambool when they opened the new McDonald's store.
Magic.
And some of the basketball kids were allowed to go there and eat for as much as they wanted, and you didn't pay for the first day at McDonald's.
What?
I still remember the day.
That is a magical day.
Absolutely.
And that's essentially what I was giving these kids. Have whatever you want. You're not paying for it. And he said, please clarify exactly what you mean by that. And I said, you can have anything you want. And he said, well, can I have the restaurant?
Smart.
And I said, you can't have the restaurant because you haven't been to Mac University. So I could give you the restaurant, but you would run it into the ground because you don't have the keys to make it a success.
Good answer, Christine. It's a good answer, yeah.
Yeah, and he accepted that. He said, okay.
One step ahead of this 11-year-old
Fair
in a
enough.
battle of wits.
And then he said, so we're just locked on each other in front of the screen at Macca's. It's a battle of the wills at this point.
Duking it.
Yeah. And he goes, can I have 2 Happy Meals? I said, yes, you can.
I like this kid.
Yes,
like
you
this
can.
kid.
He goes, because what makes you happier than 1 Happy Meal? 2 Happy Meals. So he gets 2 Happy Meals. The rest of the order goes through. We eat it. It was magical. It was just fabulous. I mean, eating at McDonald's is like the old times that we can enjoy today.
Jesus.
As I would have said when I was
playground
Queen
there.
of Moomba. Yes, yeah, but the guys are too big for the playground. Anyway, in the car on the way home, I was talking to his other friend, who we'll call Pete, and we talked about Netflix at lunch, and I just love getting into the minds of these kids and what makes them tick. And really, they're very similar to what we were like when we were kids. Nothing changes. And in the car, I'd made a connection with Pete. And in the car on the way home, I'm driving, and then he's continuing the conversation. And he had that moment where, and I used to suffer from it too, and I'm sure you guys did as well, you don't know what to call someone's mum.
Oh, yes. You're still tossing up Mrs. Swan.
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
And
have been
then-
going with Christine.
No, and then my kids have got a different surname to me, and I'm not a Mrs. So it was just very confusing. And he wanted to know what phone I had. We were talking about iPhones, and he goes, Chrissy, what number iPhone have you got? And I just thought, oh, some things haven't changed. And I still call the parents of my friends Mrs. blah, blah. Even though I'm as old as Methuselah, and some things never change. But it was just a really lovely moment. He sort of said it very quickly in half.
You know what I call the mothers of a lot of my friends?
Oh, what?
Exes.
Good stuff.
No, they mate, come on.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Here's Max Young. Yeah, he plays for Melbourne. Mainly a rock man. We're talking footy with Max. Go.
Congratulations, Max.
Thank you. What a win. Great win. It was just,
What was the crowd like?
What's crazy, this time of the year, we're getting more and more crowd turn up. The Collingwood game was 70,000 last week, and that was close. We were just on the wrong end of that. And that was loud. And then Carlton this week. 55, I think it was, at the G, but it sounded the same. Sounded about 70. And, yeah, about time we got on the end of one of them. We've been losing a few close ones, so Cozzy came out with 15 seconds to go.
It's the game that everybody's
exciting.
talking about. The biggest game, I reckon, with that after the siren bits and bobs and the tragedy.
That's pretty clutch, eh?
It's pretty clutch. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Abby
What
Holmes.
does clutch mean in our game?
Oh, clutch means, obviously doing something under a lot of pressure. and finishing
towards the end of the game.
towards the end of the
When
game.
the
So use
pressure's
it
on.
in, is that the right context? It's pretty clutch.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 15
Never
seconds
heard
to
of
go.
it.
I've
And it
used
was
a lot of
against the
words
run.
out of
I think it
context.
was against the run because Carlton dominated the last quarter.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they had a lot of inside 50s, had a lot of territory, so there was a lot of pressure to go down there and make it count late.
Oh, they should have. If you did like a live odds gamble responsibly with 2 minutes to go, they would have been the
Of
$1.01
course.
favourite. So
That's a great
I thought
story,
so
mate.
too.
It's a great story. There's a lot of other football news to get onto, isn't there?
Sorry.
Can I just ask you one question?
Yes.
Since Jake Melksham had the argument with Stephen May about the steak frites
Yep.
at Entrecot,
Yep.
he's been a very important member of your team coming back in.
Yeah, Melky likes his steak well done. It just came out a little bit raw that night.
Yes.
No, Melky's come back into the team probably since then. Maybe a couple of weeks after Tom McDonald got injured and Melky's come in and played a key role for us up forward. There's actually a great photo of those two embracing post-game. To be fair, I've known they've been friends this whole way through, but for the public to see a photo of them embracing was really good, and we get a bit of momentum against your mob this week.
What's wrong with your football team if you are playing in the forward line more, Max, instead of
He's
in the
clutch,
ruck?
eh?
Pretty
Mate,
clutch.
Max not clutch. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
His teammates did it.
Hey, he got it to Melksham right at the end.
Correct.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. You did that.
No,
kick.
so
That was good.
in a meeting with Goody about 3 weeks ago, I said we got a young kid, Luke Jackson, who plays his best footy in the ruck, and I said he plays his best footy in the ruck. Let's start him in there.
Is that Fremantle's Luke Jackson? Is that the one?
No, Melbourne's. Good from you.
Good from you.
So
Bang.
I said let's start him in the ruck. What I was unhappy about is how quickly and with no hesitation Goody said, "Yep, okay." And then all of a
straight
sudden,
in.
I'm in full forward. And on the weekend, I started in the forward pocket.
Yeah,
I'm on my way to the bench.
Maybe on the bench next week.
And then I'm down Bernie Vince VFL.
So how's it?
And I get cut from here. I get cut from here if I don't I? That's what
mate.
happens. You guys are cutthroat. As soon as
Absolutely.
Bernie went and played a Casey.
You got to be careful.
Sorry, why did you have to say, then I'm Bernie Vince VFL? Why can't you just say VFL?
No, because when you think
That's what popped up
VFL,
in my head,
that's
yeah.
right. But I'm defend Max. When you think VFL, I think of the way a sad Bernie Vince wearing number 57. That's what I think because he was cooked. And yet you beautiful woman, still wanted to keep him on as a pundit.
I stand by it.
Oh yeah, no.
I think you transcend. Though, the generations out there, and transcend football, Maxie. The world would still keep you next year when you're battling your ass off for Capian, for Casey Scorpions, Capey, for Casey Scorpions. I think it will still keep you on. Yeah. You reckon, Swanee?
Yes.
It'd be great to have Maxie gone, just reporting on how he went. Yeah, Casey, they beat Frankston on the weekend. It was a great win. I kicked 3 out of the goal square. It was magnificent.
How is Carlton? If Carlton beat Collingwood next week, they're in the finals.
Yep.
Do you think that if they make it, they can do some damage, Max? Are they a good team?
Oh yeah, and I'll be. I actually might go.
What do you think he's going to say?
I don't know.
They would.
I don't know. Unlike you, when I ask questions, I don't know the answer. All right? It's like a Royal Commission with you. You only ask questions where you know the answer because you're safe. That's why you're not a very good... I'm just asking.
All right, let's
I'm
have a
just
fight.
asking.
The other way, Maxie.
Can they do any damage?
There was a tweet from a guy named Swamp on Twitter. He's very good. He said if Carlton missed this game, they're the only team ever to be in the 8 all year and not play finals.
Mate, I asked you, listen, if I wanted to find out what Swamp on Twitter... Swamp on Twitter...
It's good, follow him.
Swampy.
Hey, can we enjoy the Cozzy goal? Wow.
Now a chance for Hunt. It's a long ball towards Brown. Off hands. Melksham been terrific all night. Pickett kicks. Is it a point or a goal? It's a goal. Woo! And the Blues fans' hearts break.
Wow.
Where were you when that went down, Maxie? Did you grab him after?
No, I was deep. We turned the ball over on the half-back flank. I actually did a nice little running effort to get there, and then I walked. So I was watching from afar, and then I went to Goody straight away and asked him how long was left, and his headphones were in the crowd, so he was still celebrating. So I just took a guess that maybe under 10 seconds if Goody's headphones are in the crowd, and there was.
Cozzy Pickett, he kicks that goal, and then in the post-match, it looked like, he hadn't sweat one bit, and that magnificent Farrah Fawcett hair.
Oh, he looks good, doesn't he?
Oh, my
Magic.
Yeah.
He looks good,
He's
doesn't
got
he?
swag. He wears, I'm pretty sure, I'm not not sure if he needs glasses, but he wears glasses in and around the club, and he looks good.
Hot.
Max is here, don't we?
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Sweet Evelyn Cafe in Brunswick is where you get free coffee. Ask the Casanovas. Mention us, John.
Big news over the weekend when the Herald Sun revealed the AFL's top 100 earners. And Max Gawn was a feature of that. You must have been very excited, Maxie, when you opened up the papers on the weekend to reveal the player's salary. What's your thoughts on it?
This is their third crack at it, and they still haven't got it, but good on them for trying. I've had a good chat with Jay-Z about it.
Did they undersell you?
They oversold me definitely in my first year. The first year they had me in the top 5.
Max, how does that feel? Is that a great invasion of your privacy?
To be fair, a lot of sports around the world have open salaries, and I could see us getting there at some point, but at the moment it's not. So it seems weird why they're reporting on Sunday.
Culturally, Australians don't seem to be ready for it. Because it is normal. It's common practice over in the States especially, where player salaries get revealed publicly.
I know, but it
just
feels...
don't seem to culturally be ready for that, though.
I think that it might be because those salaries are so absurd.
It's easy.
Yeah,
it's like, $500 million or something.
Yeah.
It's so absurd. It's like not even real.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys, yes, you're very well paid, but it's in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
It is. And where the money, unless you're one of the very best earners, like a Buddy Franklin, you're working year one as soon as you retire. Like, it's not money to retire on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it is a little bit different to the NBA and whatnot that are getting 30 mil a year. But they get it wrong a lot, these guys. They get it terribly wrong. Who they have as one? Do you know?
Oh, Dusty. I think Dusty's still number one, isn't
That'd be right, wouldn't it?
He should be. He's
Yes.
a 3-time Norm Smith medalist.
Absolutely he is.
One of Fremantle's Luke Jackson could be the big pay. He could be paid a lot next year.
Don't make me say it again.
I'm just saying.
So what?
Maxie's
good from you.
Thank you. Maxie's current ruck partner, Luke Jackson, is leaving the club at the end of the year to go and play for Fremantle.
Well, Sam, what would it require for Luke Jackson, one of the gun young stars of the competition, to stay at the Melbourne Football Club?
As in a number?
What would it take?
Oh.
No, what would it take, Yeah,
Maxie to take a pay cut, which would be the right thing to do, do you know what I mean? He's the future. You're almost done. How old are you?
Correct. I'm 30.
All right, what about this? Have you heard about this?
That's old,
How old's Fremantle's Luke Jackson?
He's 21.
Maxie, it's all over.
Mate, it makes him maybe in the top 100 next year.
Here we go. I read somewhere where if Jackson goes, then Melbourne might try to get Grundy. Is that right, Brandy? Did you hear that?
Yeah, heard that.
Yeah, right. So if you heard that, why wouldn't you say it as a pundit, not me?
Well, no, I just didn't think the mail was that strong. But obviously, you're not getting as good. You're not getting as good a mail. No, the one thing that stood out for me was Geelong. All the play. Let's just say it's roughly correct. The pay. All the Geelong players, they seem to be paid below market value. It seems to be they seem to have an advantage because of the lifestyle the players can live down there.
Yep.
They can live down by the beach or they can live on a farm. It's pretty low-key lifestyle down there. And I don't think they're required at the club a hell of a lot.
No, they can buy a house out in West Geelong for $400K, probably, most likely. Like, I'm not sure how much it all costs down there, but it seems to be a little bit cheaper. And to be fair, if you're an older player of a young family, it is relatively attractive.
Just a couple of quick ones before we get to Brodie. Brodie, you got a question?
Oh, yes.
Yes, of course he has.
Great.
Chris Rock was at the Sydney Collingwood game.
I did see that.
Anyone? Who's the most famous supporter? Well, no, some famous celeb who's rocked up to a Melbourne game.
We had Illy in the rooms after the game. Anyone know
Did he
Illy?
sing the song?
I do know Illy, but if that's the most famous person you've ever had, then I'm sad.
We've actually got a bet, Illy and I. If we win the grand final this year, I'm Vera Blue in paper cuts and we sing it live somewhere.
I just did not understand a single word you just said.
Well, I remember Rob Lowe sang the Collingwood theme song, was in the huddle.
What?
Rob Lowe was in the rooms a few years back, and Eddie Maguire, who was president at the time, got him to go in the huddle, which is a sacred place, which is normally just for the players and the coach, and sang the Collingwood theme song after a victory.
Wow.
That is a great tidbit.
So you and Illy, you're doing the female vocals.
And he's obviously Illy.
Is
Oh, obviously. And you're obviously Vera Blue.
Yeah, that's where we got
No,
from.
well, that makes sense.
also Maxi's coined this phrase forever now.
Good from you. So I feel like we're friends now, so I can...
Oh, we're
Finally.
always friends. Always friends. You ready for Brode?
Oh yes, let's do it.
Brodie's serious analytical footy question of the week. Max.
You have 160 fewer pressure acts than the best ruckman in the league. Apply some pressure!
Wow. Not a question this week. bit more of an angry statement, isn't it?
Brodie,
Well, will you?
Brodie's angry statement of the week has a ring to it, though. What's he talking about?
Pressure acts, they're obviously tackles and shepherds and diving smothers.
That's not for you anymore?
No, I'm a forward pocket now, as we explained. It's hard. It's a lot harder.
No, you've got Sydney this week, is that right? Brisbane, sorry. That's and what, if you win, you get in the top 4?
If we win, we'll be second or third. If we lose, it could be anywhere from 3rd to 8th.
It's actually funny, you could play Brisbane the following week in the first final, but could it be the winner this Friday night could determine what ground you play on?
Yeah. Wow. There's a bit in this. There's a bit in, and there's another game as well, Collingwood Carlton, obviously, that dictates a lot of finals. I think the other guys, Geelong have West Coast and
Sydney got St Kilda.
Yeah.
Well, Friday night. Brisbane.
Sorry, not talking any poor about West Coast.
I know, it's all good. We've won 2 games. Kill me. Good luck. Friday night footy. Brizzy, Melbourne.
Thanks,
Love you,
Maxie.
Max.
Love you, Maxie.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Monday. Everyone have a good weekend.
Absolutely. I loved
Wonderful
that. Well, I
weekend.
started well on Thursday night watching Front Bar when Sam had he's actually a family member. He's a relation, Wayne Johnson.
What?
Whose nickname
One of the great nicknames, funny.
is the
Dominator.
Wow.
It was a great interview. I absolutely loved it. How did the Dominator get the nickname?
There was an invitation to the new mezzanine floor upstairs at Chasers back in 1980. So, and God help us, there was no mobile phones there, so I couldn't contact anybody to tell them I was there. But I was a special guest, and I went upstairs, and I was having quite a good night. And I found,
and the rest is history.
Then I saw McClure in there, and Michael Young, Jimmy Buckley, and I said, "Come upstairs, boys. I'm dominating."
But it turned out to be one of the great nicknames appropriate to his football career, Swanee. But yeah, no, he didn't get it originally from his footballing.
That's unbelievable.
Thought it was for his exploits in big games.
I love
Used to
hearing
dominate
about
big
how nicknames start.
But also, like,
What a
self-given.
Yeah.
Self-given.
Yes, I know, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's rare.
Get up here, I'm dominating.
Generally,
Get
the
around me.
self-given ones don't stick.
No.
No, that is a rule, Swanee.
Yeah.
You're right.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Oh, yeah, Urzila, Carlson, anyway. So you want to sense of the day, Dino?
Yes.
How about some tropical stuff?
Monday.
Your face dropping every time you hear it.
Time now for a sense of the day. Yeah, over to you.
Hey, John, Swan fans have come under fire for booing injured Collingwood star Jack Ginnivan. Your thoughts?
Really?
After I know you had a lot of punditry duties on the weekend, but did you catch up with his story? What's your thoughts?
Well, doesn't he get booed most places he goes to now? He's very polarising, the young man. I like him. I'm a fan of him. He's a really good young player.
He's a sweet person.
Because he plays for free kicks at times. He gets booed by opposition fans.
Swanee, his face flashed up on the big screen, and he was injured, and the 44,000 strong SCG crowd erupted in a storm of boos.
I thought it was a bit much though when Chris Rock was booing him.
Yeah, that was probably, exactly.
Too much. So he's really, really...
Ginnivan laughed off the matter.
global.
Ginnivan laughed, by the way, and then his teammate, though, Taylor Adams, wasn't happy and took to Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Imagine booing an injured player. Grubs was the tweet.
I like that. I agree.
Should have gone on a Facebook rant.
Grubs.
They always win. They always end.
Oh, yeah, they're always a good idea, aren't they?
It worked out.
Yeah.
The problem with Facebook rants, they never seem to end well. A man has been charged after release. Imagine being at Canberra Airport yesterday. Someone just starts pumping him into the air.
Nerve-wracking.
5 shots fired. Emergency services called to the airport following reports of gunshots in the main building. Photos have emerged of a window with gunshots in it, and the alleged gunman. Well, I won't describe him.
Did he get shot?
I think you'll know who he is.
Come sail your
busy weekend for Dennis Walter because he also was photographed.
His first Instagram post.
Yeah, with his doodle out.
And then up to Canberra for a couple of fireworks and...
In all honesty, Sam...
Pumping them in the air.
Just pump a few in the air.
What was the gunman? What was the gunman doing?
No, there's no...
no detail around it?
The alleged gunman now facing charges and expected to be refused bail. Oh,
was anyone hurt?
No.
Great. Thank God.
Not at the moment. That's good.
Seeking attention.
Hey, speaking of... that's the FBI has reported... there's an FBI report, Swanee, confirming that Alec Baldwin did pull the trigger in the fatal shooting on the set of Rust.
We always knew that, didn't we?
Well, the only where it got a bit murky was then in that interview with on the ABC last year, where Baldwin, remember, he insisted he didn't fire the weapon. The trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger, and I think that basically investigations have shown that the gun delivering the fatal bullet could not have been made to fire without the trigger being pulled.
Yeah.
Didn't just somehow go off.
Yeah, right.
But he could
was pulled, mate.
He could have been in shock. May not have remembered that he actually pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Marriage splits have surged, Swanee, in Melbourne's southeast during just the southeast, just everywhere, everywhere. I would have thought during COVID. COVID was brutal for some relationships because you had to hang out with them.
Yuck!
I couldn't agree more.
And you hung out together more than you ever would for your entire life.
That's right.
Chilling.
But a lot of people thought it'd be a good idea to move in together. Yeah. They started relationships during COVID. How did that go?
More than one story.
I don't think very well.
No.
More than a few stories of new relationships where they just moved in just before lockdown and broke up about 2 weeks into lockdown and then had to stay together.
Jeez, that would be awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah. An analysis of the 2021 census data reveals a total of 4,024 people just in Frankston officially registered for divorce.
Whoa.
Good on them. If you're not happy, get out of there.
How many?
And take me with you.
4,000. 4,000 people. 4,000 people in Frankston.
Just in Frankston, Swanee.
Wow.
Hey, by the way, I just wanted to mention, because when Max was here, I wanted to celebrate Melbourne's wonderful victory, but as a Carlton supporter, it wasn't as great a night. And
I was flat. I was actually flat for my mate Bossy.
I know you secretly barrack for Carlton. You got a soft spot for Carlton.
I do. And my daughter, I didn't want to see her heartbroken because Kylie, my wife, was Marie Kondoing the house for about the last 3 weeks, and she came across a beautiful old woolen long-sleeve Carlton jumper with the number 2 on the back of it. I'm not sure where we got it from, but it's a really old one. Looks like probably 30 years old.
Can I have it?
So Liv's been wearing it everywhere all weekend. So she was flat as a pancake Saturday night. I had a lot of text messages because the text message a minute before the Cozzy Pickett kick was how good have they been?
Oh. Yeah.
Blew the trumpet too early, a minute too early.
Some went early, Swanee, and then it was very quickly, the siren gone and we haven't won the game. The boys I was watching with going, what are we going to do here to lift our spirits? Straight on to flicking around and National Lampoon's Vacation is on.
Yes.
And
European one?
No, the first one.
One of the greats.
That brought us back.
Of course it did. How can it not? The great Chevy Chase.
What about Beverly in the pool?
Beverly D'Angelo.
Brother.
Well,
Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley in the pool, Beverly D'Angelo in the shower.
Sorry, the other way.
Really get that order right, mate. You really have to.
I watched it 2 weeks ago.
You're better than that.
I was drunk, though.
I know Mr. Chris. I just wanted to finish with, by the way, Swanee, I don't know if you know. Why would you? Have you noticed my new T-shirt?
Yes, it says, geez Louise, what else?
And this is a limited edition.
Geez, you look fit, Sam.
This is a limited edition. And
good T-shirts.
We went to... Have you got one? You got yours, yeah?
Yeah, I got 2.
I've seen it in the office, but I haven't grabbed it. I will.
I grabbed one with pride when I quickly realised, geez Louise, what else? Where is that from? Oh, that's right. That's from our boy genius over there speaking to Bachelor Orette or Bachelor guy.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor Orette.
Alumna Tim Hanley.
And
like everyone keeps sliding in my DMs going, fire your shot, relax. It was like a year ago, hey.
Jeez. Louise. What else?
Jeez Louise, what else is what this T-shirt? This
amazing.
simple T-shirt, and I will be wearing it with pride for the rest of
Can you hear
time.
my reaction?
It's amazing.
Such pure hysteria.
When we were talking about that, we said, well, that's a T-shirt slogan. Very quickly after the audio, and mate, they arrived about 2 days later. So one of our listeners has obviously got
it's
fired
Andy
up.
K.
We've got a
Andy
limited.
K got onto it.
We've got a limited box.
He's the best.
What do you mean?
13, 24, 10. If you want, we'll give away 5, Jackie. A custom.
It's okay. It's good. It's a nice cut too.
Mate, great cut. Jeez Louise, what else shirt? Call
What
us
size is that one?
right now.
Medium.
Extra large.
Is it?
Excellent, wouldn't have thought so.
Fit's great.
No,
You are fit as a
Yeah,
fiddle
settle
under
it.
there.
All right,
Extra
settle down a bit.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Mystic Chrissy.
Very specific. You know those little individually wrapped coffee lollies?
I do know them.
Do they mean anything to you?
No.
I see the colour red.
The factory on the other side of the road has red bricks.
What will she predict next?
Grace from Point Cook. Gracie.
Yes, hi.
Hi. Straight away when you opened up your mouth, I saw an Italian flag.
No.
It's a wild swing, Swanee.
No, I respect it. You had a big swing. Well done.
Grace is not a traditional Italian name.
No, not at all.
Well, you've lost confidence over this one.
I have a bit.
Come on, now, come on.
I feel like maybe I've got the wrong person.
Bring it back.
Maybe I'm reading someone else.
Santa Gelara. He has one. He's got 2.
Hawaiian pizza.
Hate Hawaiian pizza.
That's why.
Yeah. Yes.
That's why.
That's
why.
What do you mean that's why?
What?
That's why it came to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's either like, it's not just about things you like. It's about, you know,
Things
what
you hate.
what do you feel passionately about? One way or the other.
There's nothing less Italian than Hawaiian pizza, Swanee.
That's right.
That's right.
exactly.
Wow. You've put me in my place.
I think.
Connecting the dots here.
You do, I know you're not Italian, but you do grow your own basil, Grace.
No, I don't.
Lives in an apartment.
I'm looking for someone.
I'm definitely reading the wrong person here.
Start again.
Why do I see Thomastown around you?
My husband works in Thomastown.
There we go,
Here we
Mystic.
go.
Warm it up.
Here we go.
Ex-husband.
That's good. Come on. Credit where credit's due.
Ex-husband, you say?
For someone.
No, they're currently still.
You're still together, Grace, aren't you?
Yes. They're still together.
No, they split up because he likes Hawaiian pizza.
But lockdown was hard. It was hard on you, wasn't it, Grace?
Yes, I think it was hard on everyone.
Yeah, well, you don't have to say that.
No.
Like, you're either with me or not, Grace.
Yeah, exactly.
I like you, Grace. Cut of your jib.
Potato gems, you like them.
I love potatoes.
I do too, Grace. And you'd like a hybrid car.
No.
Do you hate the environment, Grace?
I love the environment.
Well, then you should look into a hybrid car.
It's not an argument. You're supposed to just be...
I see a white car, though. I do see a white car, Grace.
No. I drive an orange car.
Shit.
Orange.
Shit.
Brave.
Grace is the best.
Is it an old taxi, Grace?
No, not at all. It's not yellow. It's orange.
Grace would have been a great sergeant in the army.
What colour car does your husband drive?
Blue.
You've got a lot of cousins, Grace.
Yes.
All right.
I like she's not expensive with the answers.
No, nor
Just
she
yes or
doesn't
no.
need to be either.
Come on, Mystic.
When you go to Macca's, you have a Big Mac, but you have a Diet Coke as well.
No Big Mac, but Diet Coke, yes.
Oh, that's something.
Not bad.
Are you a fillet of fish girl, Grace?
Hate seafood.
Yeah, good. Fillet of fish are the worst.
What's the... I need to know what burger you
Me
get,
too.
Grace.
What burger? Quarter pounder?
I don't really like McDonald's burgers, no.
What is wrong with you?
She's a whopper girl.
Grace, you and I could never be friends. Why is it... Are you born in August, or is someone close to you born in August this month?
Yes, I've got a grandson who was born 3rd of August.
I was just going to say the 3rd. Took the words right out of my mouth, Grace.
Yeah, no.
You like Christmas and you are all over it.
I love Christmas.
Wow, what a big swing.
That is a big swing.
Most people, though. Not all, but most.
But are they all over it? Like, Grace is really into it, aren't you, Grace?
Yeah, I love decorating. the
Yeah,
house.
that's what I
Yes.
can see. It's like your time to shine.
Yes.
It's the most wonderful time.
And look, I'm just going to finish it off here with 2 musical acts, and I don't know what they mean. John Mayer and Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, yes.
I'm looking for someone.
Have a good day, Grace. Have a good day.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
A former job, mass singer, but now it's Chrissy Swan. Catch her on HYBPA. You say it best when you say it's the Carlson.
Oh, the 3 of you, what a view. Swaying in the breeze. Welcome, Ursh.
Hi, thanks for having me, team.
God, we love you.
Yeah,
we
I
love
love
you.
being
We
here.
haven't spoken on air since you left the Masked Singer.
Yeah.
And I stepped in.
Yeah, I cleared. Is that seat all right? Because it was a mess when I left.
Were you unceremoniously dumped for Chrissy Swan?
No,
she
it was
chose.
all. Yeah, it was a walk away. It was a financial walk away for me because I can tour again, so now I don't care anymore.
And the last time you... Oh, that's right. And then the last time you were in here,
Yeah.
Chrissy was away and you did 7 till 9.
Yes, yeah.
How'd you find radio and was it okay for you?
Honestly, I can't believe you get paid for this.
Yeah.
It is so easy. Like, I literally just came in, burnt Sam for 2 hours and then went home.
I know.
And then went toasted sandwich and that was it. You're off.
Yeah, and I got a really good toasted sandwich. It was really nice. And no tomato because I'm not an animal.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want that lava slab on your chin.
I know.
Yeah.
No, what you do is you put it in after.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't work at the cafe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
I'm not
That's true.
travelling with a tomato in
Yeah,
my
of
pocket.
course. What am I talking
Yeah.
about? Because I make my own breakfast.
Yes.
I don't get anything ordered in.
Yeah.
It's funny
I
that
know.
it's funny you say it was easy because Dino, you've often described radio as what?
As radio is an easy joke.
It's an easy
You
joke.
rock up, you stuff around, and they put money in your bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get free food all the time. So people don't know this. Radio is nothing but free food.
And booze. Free food and booze.
Yes.
Someone just offered me a wine outside. I'm like, what time is it?
Have you been paying attention? Is that also an easy joke, or is that
No, that's hard
skilled
yakka.
labour?
Hard yakka, mate. I got to knuckle down and really work hard there because, I'm next to Sam.
Yeah.
So, you got to rise up. You got to rise up.
Well, tonight you're between me and Marty Sheargold.
I know, that was...
Oh, that would have been hard, Yakka.
That was. You know what? It's like, sometimes, and I'm not saying this is for everyone, all right? But sometimes you're like in a threesome, and one person there's always a crier. That's Sam. That's Sam. Early finisher, and a hard crier, always crying.
Yes.
And then the other one is the pisshead, the one that always wants to have
Marty.
a few drinks. That's Marty, and I'm like the one that goes, let's just watch TV, really.
Right.
So that's
The
kind
quitter.
of that's
Are you at all concerned, Sam, that we guessed that it was you?
immediately
Far too quickly.
Yeah. So that's what we do to warm up for the show.
There wasn't much theatre. There wasn't like, I wonder who it could be. You just went straight to that's Sam.
Yeah.
Straight to it.
But
And who was the guest last night?
I guess Quizmaster. Well,
There were a couple.
Was there?
Yeah.
Really, two really good ones. Really good ones.
Aaron Finch.
Yeah, there was a cricketer. And then
The
we
other
had,
one.
we had an actress.
I'm not worried about Finchie.
We had a Bollywood actress whose name was Tamina Bhatia, I think her name is. And
They're usually very beautiful. Was she?
yeah, she was all right. I suppose.
Sparks fly.
When Sam said she was all right,
Whoa.
his family life's in danger.
So was yours, by the way.
There was a lot of chemistry on that. There was she gave him a compliment.
We're still talking about the
Sam's a
threesome.
mad flirter.
Are you kidding me?
She was
I was
flirting
trying to do
back.
my job.
No, she was flirting back. It was intense. Like,
Yeah.
it was uncomfortable.
It was
It's like
nice.
when you walk
They
in
love
the,
it because they
in the
can't
kitchen
get it.
and your parents are pashing and you have that weird feeling in the pit of your stomach. That's what it was like.
Right. Okay.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's on tonight.
Oh,
It's on.
you
it's on
have
after
to.
your
It
show,
is
I'll be watching this one
uncomfortable.
tonight.
8:45.
It's sexy, but it's uncomfortable.
You're so great on that show.
You are
make
good.
it.
How's
I
the New
love it.
Zealand version going?
Yeah, really good. We're back now. If people want to travel over and come and visit, I can get you into the audience. We have no audience.
What
Why
are
don't
the...
you get Sam to appear on the New Zealand edition when we go on one of those golf trips?
You got to be
tax break.
You got to be international over there because there has been Aussies that pop over there and do the show.
Yeah, we had Glenn Robinson. We had
Glenny.
Yeah.
That's it.
Rove.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Andy.
Pangy watched this over the weekend. National Lampoons.
One of the greats.
He's seen it
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
100 times. What movie can you just watch repeatedly? Repeatedly? Is that a word?
Yeah. There's a few, but it's sort of, you look at me and you think, like, what genre would you place me in?
Yeah.
If you had to pick a genre for me, Sam, what would you say I'd watch over and over?
I think sincerely that you're an incurable romantic and romantic comedies are your go.
That's right, Sam. Oh, my God.
A
yeah.
rom-com.
Yeah, rom-com. So I love, like, The Cutting Edge with Dee Sweeney and Moira Kelly, or Notebook, or,
Really?
Yeah.
So I've never seen The Notebook, right?
Yeah.
How can you briefly describe The Notebook to me?
It's about love and overcoming all the crap that comes with it. Oh, you know what? I don't want to... I'll come and watch it with you. Do you have a onesie?
No.
Do you own a onesie?
No, I don't own a onesie.
Okay, I'll bring you a onesie.
Bring
I've
a
got
unicorn
spare
onesie.
One.
Yeah.
What about
I've
the
got a
bodyguard?
cow. I think you look better
cow.
with others.
Agreed, yes.
What about The Bodyguard, Because that's Sam's breakup movie.
Yeah, The Bodyguard is amazing.
I once watched that twice in one day.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in a great place?
One after the other.
Crying
What a
like he
great
does in the threesomes.
Hey, can Melburnians see you doing stand up anywhere around town in the next couple of months or not? What are you doing?
No.
Really?
No, they've had their chance.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
they
going
all...
to have to wait till next
pay
year.
the price
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Don't want you to leave.
I know, Jared.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I'm recording my special and I'm going to load it on a free platform so everyone can watch it.
so you're recording that when this? Are you going
On
back
Wednesday, yeah.
back in New Zealand?
Yeah. I'm going to take my hoodie off. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Sam?
Fine.
Yeah. I just want to get comfortable.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Sam, why
I know how you feel about
Sam,
elbows.
Why are you crying?
That's a having flashbacks on it.
Yes, when Sam gets up on the comedians tour
Yeah.
in a few weeks' time,
Yeah.
considering you are one of the world's greatest comedians,
Comedians and Sampang.
comedians and Sampang, what is the one piece of advice you give to him? Like, is it you bring your stool and your bottle of water out, or what's he need to do?
It's not about, Sam, I'm telling you now, it's not about what you're going to do on the night, how you're going to, because that ship has sailed, it's too late. The tour is too soon. All I can tell you is, like, I'm not prepping to play Serena Williams in December, is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying to you is stay off social media. Like, it's good that you don't have a platform because I tell you
Really?
some of the stuff I've read on there.
Going to be brutal.
Yeah. I mean, I can screenshot it for you like I normally do
I'll
and
be
send
right.
it to your wife.
Or maybe stay on the social pages as well. You've been doing far too much of that the last few
What
weeks.
is that? What are you, like a Kardashian now?
He nightclubs now. He goes to clubs now.
Is that Botox in your forehead?
I was in a
Do
nightclub.
that. Let me see. That's why you wear the cap.
Well, unlike you, by the way, I do charity. Do you know what I mean? I get out there and give back, as opposed to you, unless there's an envelope, you don't even leave your bed.
Well, I just think my gift is comedy and, my dashing good looks. When I show up, people feel better. Like, it's got healing properties.
It's actually true. That is true.
Yeah.
It's a great gift.
What about drinking before he goes on stage?
Don't drink.
A couple of quick ones.
I don't know if
Couple of
that's
belts.
possible.
Couple of
Have you
belts.
seen who he's touring with?
I
How is he
have.
not going to be able to drink?
Christine.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have that red wine stained too. He's gonna look like everyone's mum in 1988.
Correct. Maybe
red
you need
wine.
to use. Maybe you need to be the one that introduces, because all of you are big drinkers.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to introduce the whole IV situation in the back.
Ricky Nixon.
You just get IV.
Are you saying I should just walk out with holding a drip and just wheeling one out? It's funny.
I mean, you can probably get a catheter. Then it's like a whole run through.
Yes.
Thank you.
How good is that?
Thank you for your advice that I did.
I looked looked at that poster. It wouldn't look weird with the age of the boys on that poster.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 3 years older than you.
I know, and I'm really old.
Anyway, thanks for that advice that I didn't ask for. Yes, but well done, Brownie.
We couldn't love you anymore. Watch yours tonight, 8:45 with Pang. Tonight on Channel 10. Have you been paying attention? Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Today's been a ripper podcast to catch up. What If It as well if you're going on a holiday. It's got everything. What If is Aussie for travel.
It's not the only place you can hear or see Sam Pang here on Nova. You can see him on the social pages, most weekend newspapers. Another man you've seen in the social pages.
Clubbing. He loves clubbing. He loves the dance floor.
Sam, how do you
Charity
deal with
functions.
these idiots?
It's another example of the tall poppy syndrome.
Trying to stay relevant, Swanee. That's
He
what
loves
he's doing.
a media war.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a few...
I'm going to knock you out. Seriously.
Wouldn't be surprised there's a few little phone calls going on. This to Jackie Epstein. Jackie, I'll be at this charity function. I'll be there. Then guess where I'm going? I'm going to the opening of a brewery that I don't even know what the name of the beer's called. Don't worry, I'll be there about 6:15. Make sure the snappers are there. Oh, and then all of a sudden, bang, pops up. Oh, what a random event. Sam Pang was
He's out of control.
You are out of control.
He's out of control.
What's wrong with you?
I'll tell you where he's not out of control.
You know what it is? It's the deep sadness of doing nothing but working and parenting.
That's right, John.
And then he sees you
Hold on.
living your best life.
Answer this question. Do you wish you were me?
Mate, it's called getting out of the house, having a reason to get out of the house. Thank you very much.
It's okay
all right,
to be
mate.
jealous. It's
It's okay.
okay.
Well, you'd be jealous of me.
No.
Get out of the house.
I'll bring you along on one night. I'll bring you along. Bit of adventure.
T's getting out of the house. Shane Crawford's getting out of the house because he's appearing in Joseph in the Technicolor Dream Suit, Swanee.
I close my
Dreamcoat.
What is this?
Dream suit. You know, so he was asked to audition. He was asked to audition for Joseph in the musical, and he didn't get the job as Joseph. He got the job as Pharaoh, and he has to sing 3 songs as part of the musical.
Now, who played Pharaoh in that big one? Was it John Stevens?
I reckon he did, Swanee. I reckon he certainly was in that part. He was certainly in that show.
That happens a lot, though, Brandy,
or was
doesn't
he
it?
Judas or someone?
In terms
I
of
don't know.
auditioning for one role and then getting another. Like, famously, James Caan, he wanted to play Michael in The Godfather, and he said, no, we're going with Pacino. You can play Sonny.
Sonny, how good. And also, what's the guy's name from The Sopranos?
I was talking about Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
All
wrong.
similar,
All
very
good.
similar.
Utterly wrong.
Also, the guitarist from the E Street Band who got the job in The Sopranos. Van Sant. He went for Gandolfini and then got a job for Gandolfini's
Sylph.
part as Sylph. Absolutely. But anyway, so Crawford will be appearing in that on the stage show. It's a great effort, Swanee.
That is unbelievable. He was always so good in that footy show review.
He was great dancer, and he's always had an interest in it. He performed Song of the King for the audition, Swanee, and then at the end of it, he said, "That's all I've got."
Good on him. I love people reinventing themselves. I just think it's so inspiring.
I don't know the story of Jason and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Jason or Joseph?
Joseph and the Technicolor
Well, we all know
Dreamcoat.
Joseph, but the story about Jason and the Technicolor Dreamcoat is something that I'm really interested in.
It's a modern version about Jason Derulo's story.
Right, okay. Yeah. No, I like it.
It's his former teammate, Jason Dunstall. Wouldn't that be good?
And as
Imagine
soon
the
as-
Chief live.
Chieftain.
I like the Jason Derulo one. Then as soon as the lights go down, the first words of the musical are just Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Between me and Brownie, the name of that whole chat was the name of the show is Jason and the Technicolor Dream Suit.
That'd be good. I'd go watch that.
Derulo.
Well, well done to Crawford.
Well done to
You're
Crawford,
right, like you said, Swanee.
because there was
I
a
think
big
it's
story in the
wonderful.
paper today. Tragically, his brother passed away.
Yes.
Took his own life, and he's spoken about those struggles. A couple of weeks ago, that was a very sad story. So this is part of Crawford's way of getting back out there.
And Croft's coming in to talk about all that, isn't he, soon?
Hopefully he is.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Nova 100.